what is the role of a teacher? We are all teachers. Can you tell me what you think is the role or the major role of a teacher? Anybody? What does a teacher do? Can I have some response? To impart knowledge. Great. What sort of knowledge? See, a teacher is an individual who looks after the shaping of the personality of a child. You know, a teacher's job is not limited to the classroom. It carries on outside the classroom also. In day schools also, teachers act as mentors. A child should be free to walk up to a teacher and discuss things with him. I have taught in a boarding school also. I have taught in Doon school. And there the bonding is such that children look up to their teachers as a surrogate parent. And there are many issues which they are willing to discuss with teachers, which they may not be able to feel at liberty to discuss it with even their parents. So, the overall personality of a child is guided by the teacher. Even on the playfield, there are many schools where teachers also do sports duties. There are many schools where teachers take children for expeditions into the hills. So, they all mold the personality of a child. That is the reason why our profession is so well respected. And children look up to us. Even now, whenever I travel to any part of the world, not only of this country, but any part of the world, I end up meeting ex-students of mine who look up to me and they say, "Sir, you did make a difference in our life." Now, who's an effective teacher? An effective teacher is one who gives time. What do you mean by giving time? You know, a teacher's job does not start and finish in the school itself. You have to prepare your lessons, you have to do your corrections after school hours, and you have to put in a lot of thought into what you're going to do, how you're going to teach, and what are the aspects that you need to strengthen in the students of your class. Now, energy, you spend a lot of energy when you're talking with them, when you're interacting with them. Each student is different. You have to stoop to the level of each student if you want to convey what you want to say. And you innovate. As you teach, as you move along, you innovate your teaching. There's no fixed method of teaching. Then affection. We have to show love and affection for each and every child. You cannot discriminate amongst children. Isn't that true? When you're in the classroom, for you, each child is equal. You have to pay equal attention. And you have to cater to their needs. Then cures. You try and help out the children with their problems. Humor. So it is important that the teachers have a good sense of humor. Why is that important? Any idea? You know, we are all individuals. We are all human beings. We have our feelings. We have our constraints. We have a family. And we carry our tensions into the school also. So why is it important that we have a good sense of humor? What happens? Have any of you faced a situation where a child has tried to act cheeky with you? You know the meaning of cheeky? Okay, many a times students try and antagonize their teachers. Why do they do that? Any idea? Yeah, to draw attention towards them. And how do you react to such a child? Sometimes, you know, he's disturbing the class, you're getting irritated, your lesson is being held up. What do? If you snap at the child, you're harming his self-respect. Okay? And if you do that, then your communication is gone and you'll not be able to interact, he'll not interact with you. So what do? So you have to use your humor in order to tide over the situation. Okay? You have to be slightly light-hearted, try and tide over it, and then later on, you can talk to the child individually after the class and try and reason with the child. But please don't lose your humor. Carry it to the classroom. Now, a teacher has to evolve also and change with the times. Why is this important? Do you think this is important? You have to keep abreast with technology. Why is this so? Because if you want to identify with the children or you want the children to identify with you, you should be abreast of the technology. It's not that they talk about computers, they talk about internet, they talk about PowerPoint presentations, and you're totally cut off, you don't know what they're talking about. If that is the case, then you'll not get a response from them. Now, another important thing is that you have to begin your day with a smile. You enter your classroom, you should be smiling. Try and make positive comments right at the beginning of the class. Why is that important? Any idea why it's important? You know, the reason I'm asking you is just to get you involved in the presentation. You know, otherwise you'll fall asleep and miss out on what I have to say. So I have still not got an answer from anybody. See, what happens is, if people are happy, they will pass on this happiness and this positivity to others. And if the others are happy, then they'll pass it on again. It's a chain reaction. If you feel good, you'll make other people feel good, and other people will make other people feel good. So this leads to a lot of positivity, and when everybody is feeling good, a lot of work can be done, and a lot can be achieved. Now, what is effective communication? Teachers have to communicate. So communication is important, and it is not just what you say that is important, it is the way you speak and the way you conduct yourself. That is what impresses a child, and that is what makes you a successful teacher. So communication is 10% words, 30% vocal, and 60% body language. And different factors are voice, eyes, face, body, and all these count. And I think a case is made where in that video that lady was speaking. So you saw the lady, and I think she incorporated all these qualities in her, in the way she did her presentation. This also I've covered, that we have to keep ourselves up to date with technology. We have to read the newspapers regularly. We have to encourage the students to read, because it's a very important skill, reading and writing. They have to learn how to communicate. The whole world opens up to a person who's educated and who's well read.